Welcome back. Today, Israel's military says Hamas lost control of northern Gaza as thousands of Palestinians moved south to get away from the fighting.
The humanitarian crisis, meanwhile, continues to grow in the Middle East as Israel faces pressure from allies to take a pause in the fighting. Skylar Henry has more today from the White House.
Emergency workers in Gaza rushed the injured to hospitals Wednesday as Israel's military continued its bombardment of what it says are Hamas targets in the densely populated territory. Doctors say they desperately need more medical supplies as they struggle to treat large numbers of Palestinian civilians.
We're really running out of things now, dressings, particularly for the burns.
Israel Defense Forces released what they said was footage taken inside Hamas tunnels. Israeli troops are pushing further into Gaza City in an effort to dismantle the terror group and to retrieve more than 240 hostages. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and top diplomats from the group of 7 wealthiest nations announced a unified stance on the Israel-Hamas war Wednesday. They condemned Hamas and announced their support for Israel's right to self-defense. They also called for a humanitarian pause to aid desperate civilians in the Gaza Strip, but they did not press for a full ceasefire.
Those calling for an immediate ceasefire have an obligation to explain how to address the unacceptable result it would likely bring about. Hamas left in place with the capacity and stated intent to repeat October 7th again and again and again.
In southern Israel, groups of volunteers helped clean up communities Hamas attacked on October 7th, while others filled in for farmers.
We're here to help each other in arms in these times of war and these horrible, tragic times.
Their hope is that survivors of the attacks will be able to come back to their homes.
Biden administration leaders say more than 80 humanitarian trucks entered Gaza in the past 24 hours. They say they are working to increase that number and also get around 600 Americans out of Gaza.